Welcome back. This is Aquarium Hacks by Marcus. So before I actually got to working on this tank, I wanted to show everybody what this tank is and how it is going to be. Now this is a tank that I ordered from Glass Cages. That little brown on the bottom is just some paper that I left on the bottom. Makes no difference here. The paper is barely a 30-second, if it's even a 30-second and width. It makes absolutely no difference. But anyway, what I want to show everybody was this aquarium. Now this aquarium is, let's get a better look of it. There it is. So it's a pretty huge tank. This is my second 6-foot tank that I've ever owned in my life. This one I wanted to do a little bit different. This is an acrylic tank, and as you can see, it seems to be very well made. Of course, I'll probably test it for water leaks or whatever, but I don't believe I will have any here. As you can see here, the tank is made out of 1/2-inch acrylic on the sides, and I believe actually down here at the bottom that we have, actually I think he told me 3/4-inch acrylic. So this tank is super made, like super well. I mean, it's, as far as the acrylic is, it is a super strong, super tight tank. Just a very strong tank. So I just wanted to show everybody just this tank and the way that I had it custom made. I had 2 slots cut out here, one on this side, and then I had a hole for my canister filters, 2 holes right there for my air stones or my air to go in, another hole, then a slot there for hang on the back, another of course hole there for my filters. Now just to give you the overall dimensions of this tank, I actually love the dimensions. It is 6 foot long by 24 wide. It's 24 wide, which I never owned a tank 24 wide before. And it's about 17 tall. So basically, you know, it's like a 180 gallon footprint, but just quite a bit shorter. It is still a very wonderful tank, wonderfully made. Now, I was going to talk about aquarium height a little bit, and does it matter? Well, you look at this tank over here. Now, here's another one of my acrylic tanks, and this is the one that is the 5 foot by 19 by 18 wide. It's 90 gallons, and to me, aquarium height does matter to a degree, because you take an instance, even these multifasciatus. Now, in most cases, they're usually to the ground, but let me tell you something. I've seen these guys swimming all up here at the top, all on the bottom, and with many cichlids like what Mabuna or peacocks, usually when they're getting chased, these guys are, you know, they usually like to swim up and then out. I've noticed that if a fish is being aggressive toward another fish, they usually swim up and then they swim out. And so even with fish that normally swim on the bottom, such as these Julius chromis, some of these even these Calvis from time to time will swim up from time to time to either get their food or to run away or something like that. And so height, I think it does matter to a degree, especially with the kind of fish that you're keeping. Now, keep these Cyprichromis, and let me tell you something. These Cyprichromis are all over the tank. These Australian rainbow fish are all over the tank. These rasboras are all over the tank, up, down, and everywhere. Where do they spend most of their time? Usually in the midsection to the top water most of the time, but in most cases, they are all over the tank. A lot of Bacardis, cichlids are all over the tank a lot of time. They're up, down, they're everywhere. You know, the width matters because of the simple fact of you're able to put more decorations toward the back and have a more sandy substrate, more open water up front. So that's going to really help out when I switch this tank over to this tank. It's going to really help out a great deal, because there are a lot of the rocks and everything, decorations and plants to be in the back and mid-ground, while the front will be just nothing but nice sandy area. It's going to really look nice. So this is my dream tank here, my master tank. and I'm really looking forward to putting this together. But yeah, aquarium height does matter. If you have angelfish, would angelfish do well in this tank here, 17 inches tall? Sure they would. I mean, you know, angelfish would do fine and even 16, 15 inches tall. Now, if you get some of the really tall autumn, or not autumn, I'm sorry, altum, I believe is what you call them, angelfish, the wild variety, you know, they might need something like 20 inches tall or even taller to fare well. But this tank will hold just about any kind of fish that you want to hold, just about in a hobby that is of reasonable size. And so, yeah, to me, I think aquarium height does definitely have its place for the viewing area too. When people, you know, want to view a tank, just those taller tanks really catch their eyes more than a lower or wider tank do. But of course, from my perspective, with me keeping cichlids, this was the best kind of tank that I could possibly get my hands on and put down in my basement. 24 inches wide, you know, 17 tall, 6 feet wide, 6 feet long. And so that is definitely the best size. This is one of the better sizes for cichlids. When it comes to different kind of cichlids or a lot of community fish, just a good size in general. You get, like I said, you get those backgrounds out in the back. You get to see the beauty of your fish all in the front because you got enough room there. And so that's why I like this tank so much. So this is the beginning of the process. I can't wait to get this all together. And when I do, I will update you again on the video. So question is, does aquarium height matter? Sure, it matters to a degree. It's for your visual preference. It's for some fish do like taller tanks, and some fish do, even if they swim down low, they will occupy some of the space that is on the top from time to time. Does it matter in most cases, with most fish, is the width of a tank? No. The wider the tank, of course, the more fish you can keep, the more stable it will be, of course, with oxygen and exchange and stuff like that. So it's just really up to you what your preference is and what you want to look at. For me, I like the lower, fatter tanks. For some others, they like the taller, maybe narrow tank. For some that can afford it, they like taller plus wide tanks. And so it's just up to you. Well, anyway, just showing the first thing of my tank. This is Aquarium Hacks out. Everybody have a great day.